Kenyans among them have gone into the United States to try and make a living and better their income generating, avenues. So one of them happens to be an owner of a Swahili restaurant in the United States capital, that is Washington, D.C. And I don't know if my director can play that story before we can wind up the show this afternoon. KTN's Abby Agena, while in the United States a few months ago, was able to speak to this proprietor of this Swahili restaurant in Washington, D.C. Let's take a look at that story, and so we can come back and wind up the show.
Well, setting up a business in the diaspora is considered as a Herculean task. Many start, but not many are able to consider themselves successful. But for one man, Kevin Anyona, here in the United States, he has made it, and let's give you a taste and a secret to his recipe. Meet Kevin Anyona, a Kenyan chef based in Washington, D.C. in the United States. Kevin is among the few Kenyans who have carved a niche in the highly lucrative food industry in America. His restaurant goes by the name Swahili Village and is one of the top joints for many Africans living abroad. As we walk into the entrance, Kevin tells me he built the facility from scratch to what it is today, a favorite for many food lovers. Kevin, a family man, did not have it all easy when he started off.
Challenge, every business is a challenge. I don't care if it is in this country or even Kenya. There will be challenges. But my passion told me that I must overcome all those challenges. There were quite a few. First, financing, licensing, being able to make sure that you are compliant.
His desire to tap the taste buds saw him train in matters cooking. This yards took him at least 4 years of intense learning.
A new business, I was not trained to be a chef, but I had this passion that I wanted to be a chef. So I made sure that the challenges became opportunity.
On average, Kevin's restaurant handles about 300 customers per day, which earns him $10,000 or 1 million Kenya shillings.
The request I get here every day is that please come to our city. Please bring this to our city. I have people travel from New York to come here in Maryland to eat and go back to New York. New Jersey, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, literally.
A plate of food would cost one about $50. Of his clientele, only 10% are Kenyans, leaving West Africans as his largest partakers.
And we've captured a huge percentage of the West Africans. To my, much to my, to my dismay, really. But yes, we serve across board. Africa is still our huge population, but we have a steady growing population of Americans who are beginning to fall in love with this food in a way that, I am amazed at.
His signature dish is tilapia, which is the highest selling. Other meals such as nyama choma, ugali are part of his menu. Plans are in top gear to introduce other dishes, with demand for exotic vegetables being his biggest headache, especially on getting a consistent supplier.
Yes, if I'm introducing anything else on the menu, it has to be a lot of pressure from my customers, but I would like to stick with the Kenyan menu that I understand and that I know very well. And yes, we will. There's still a lot more. Kenya has a lot of rich food. Like, for instance, we don't have githeri yet. I want to bring githeri in as part of our everyday vegetarian meal, and I think it has potential to do extremely well.
Kevin is now looking to franchise his brand at airports and other states in the USA. His message to budding entrepreneurs is:
you must never let a challenge step in the way of your success if you're passionate about it. Yeah. So in my case, I was fighting against all odds. Telling a bank that I want to open a restaurant, and they asked me, what do you know about restaurant? I tell them nothing, but I know something. I know I have the drive to make it work.
Abby Agena, KT News for Transformers.
Good, man. It's got flavor, it is authentic, it's original.